One less possibility.
Yeah, totally. Hello and welcome everybody listen to the stream. This is the UKGL and I am Nuff. I'm joined today by Sittle and we are casting a game between the BUGL and the Red Rose. So,
Google.
it's beautiful. Let's have a look at the bans first off. So give us your take of the bans that are coming out right now.
Well, they're coming very swiftly, surprisingly so compared to most competitive things I've seen, but there's an instant lack of... it seems that the Red Rose is already trying to limit the potential of Bugle's middle lane somewhat, because they're picking they're banning very strong mid lane here so far, whereas Bugle has gone for one very strong jungler and one very strong laner, so...
Bugle the one banning the mid laners. They're the ones that have banned the Death Prophet, and they're also the one that has banned the Stark out.
My bad.
First pick Vengeful Spirit.
Alright.
Whenever I see a Vengeful Spirit being picked up in a game like this, the first thing I think about is this going to be an aura strat? Because
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's one of the very few. She doesn't get picked up very often because she isn't the greatest support in the world. But
or it's Nyx, but that one's also been picked.
Well, Nyx is he's quite a popular pick at the moment because by picking him up you haven't given away your game plan, whereas Vengeful Spirit has instantly given away the idea of maybe they go an aura strat, which means like Luna or Drow Ranger are the kind of heroes they might be looking to pick up. Nyx Assassin, he can lane practically anywhere. You can put him as a support, you can put him as a solo off laner or a solo mid laner. So
this is true, but I honestly feel like you haven't necessarily given up the game as picking a Vengeful Spirit either, as it is quite more than one possibility there. You can lane as a support, which is a common thing, but she's also perfectly viable semi-carry.
She is. I've actually seen her being run as like the main carry in a team when they go for a super hard push strat. But if you're banning out Death Prophet, then it's kind of like you don't want that push rather than.
Indeed,
and they had first pick
Bugle
as well.
Has decided to counter the Crystal Maiden Jug strat. Okay, perhaps they don't want a tri-lane of a sort.
Yeah, they're banning out a lot of the kind of like pub stomp heroes. Death Prophet is notoriously difficult to deal with in pubs. Slark is another hero that is very difficult to deal with. But generally, snowballers are difficult to deal with.
Indeed, and speaking of snowballs, Red Rose has gone and banned the Obsidian Destroyer, our World Destroyer even.
The Outhouse Devourer.
And that means that there's another strong middle lane hero that's been taken out of the game.
Yeah, so there's another mid that's been murdered down to nothing. It could indicate that they're looking to pick up some kind of intel mid, which then kind of just negates Nyx Assassin going mid, because he does pretty well against OD in mid. He's not great in mid against.
Does he truly? He has a lot of rather high mana.
He is mana dependent, but he still does okay-ish. I mean, you aren't dependent on his abilities to get last hits.
Oh no, not last hits, no. But Nyx is a very strong rotational hero in middle, and if you have all your intelligence shot to hell, then there's not much chance of that.
Totally.
And there's another ban from the Bugle. It's a lifestealer, Nyx, so... I don't know if they're trying to... I think they're just trying to exclude any possibility of avoiding... I think they're going for very nuke-heavy, very gank-heavy lineup, is what I'm predicting. The Bugles, considering we have a Vengeful Spirit and an Ogre Mage, both very heavy early game nukers. This is why they want these heroes with yes, indeed, another very big nuke. The question is why you pick up Beastmaster when you've already banned Lifestealer and Juggernaut, the two that you want to you counter their magic immunity.
Well, he's a fantastic ganker, regardless of whether he's going through a BKB or not. That huge disable he has is very good when you're picking off people, and it looks like you said they've got two stuns instantly that are heavy nukes. Vengeful Spirit likes to roam very early on. Ogre Magi, not the greatest roamer in the world, but not the most awful either. And he's not the greatest lane support because he's a melee hero for one thing.
And Beastmaster also very heavy nuke early on due to his twin axes, 360 pure damage.
And you can't hide in the trees.
No.
No trees for you, sir. The Invoker pick being picked up by Red Rose explains why they banned out the OD and also why they banned out Viper. They want to make sure that nothing can stop this Invoker in the mid.
Very much so.
And a Weaver being picked up as well now.
Two invisibility heroes on the same team might not have been entirely wise.
Yeah, it does leave the option for Bugle to pick up a Bounty Hunter.
Bounty?
Or
would
if they're
very
gonna,
much benefit the gank heavy line if that's the way it looks at the moment.
Yeah. Or if they're thinking aggressive tri-lane, Slardar is also a possibility.
Indeed, indeed.
We've seen quite a lot of Slardar in competitive of recent times. It's the buff to the blink, man. We should probably talk about the changes that have happened between the now and the first UKGL. There's been a lot of changes in the way the game is played. Luckily, they completely missed the whole Midas game in. And look!
And there we go.
I called it! It's a Slardar, which...
So they got a quite possible tri-lane going on there.
It's quite possible to be a super aggressive tri-lane.
And putting the Beastmaster on the solo off-lane, which is perfectly viable, especially since he can cut down the trees, thus give himself vision in the most dangerous area.
Yep, that is a possibility. He doesn't get picked up that often on the off-lane. Normally when you see him, he's played in mid.
Question if they want to lane him against an Invoker in middle, though.
It's not the greatest lane for him, but if he can get his bottle...
I imagine they pick up another ranged hero, something to contest Invoker in middle. Maybe something like a Queen of Pain.
Yeah, it does seem to be one. Whoever they're putting up against in mid, it's gonna have to. Yeah, Puck's banned out. They definitely don't want anything to mess with this Invoker. Or Weaver, actually, thinking about it. The Puck's silent, of course, being all kinds of problems for Weaver too. And Weaver, you still don't know what their carry is going to be. As you're not sure if the Weaver is going to be played as the main carry in a tri-lane, or if he's going to be solo off-lane.
That's a good point. I would assume the Weaver will be the hard carry, but it's very difficult to know for certain.
You don't even know if the Nyx Assassin is a support still. He could still be an off-laner. But if they're looking at the teams now, they're going to have to think about laning, because it's pretty obvious that there's going to be an aggressive tri-lane. At least that... Why would you bother having a tri-lane with Slardar if you're not trying to kill stuff? I mean, he does need farm, and he's not particularly good at farming. So you need to get it nice and early.
He's very much at least semi-snowballer, if not a complete snowballer.
Yeah, if you can manage to get yourself a Blink Dagger and some treads by, 12 to 16 minutes, that's kind of the optimal moment for Slardar, because then he can just initiate instantly, and he can just smash things to death. Because he does so much damage so quickly because of the amplified damage. It's going to amp the damage from a lot of the heroes they've got going as well. Well, Vengeful Spirit minus armor, and of course she right-clicks relatively hard, and Beastmaster's got composite damage.
Is it composite damage?
I believe
sure it's not simply ignore? It completely ignores armor and magic armor, I believe.
I think it's composite
Okay.
damage, his axes, not pure.
If
If it was pure, they'd be hilariously awesome.
I should have a look here.
The last band
There's
they've gone
anything
out
about being pure, so it's quite possible you're correct.
I'm pretty sure it's composite damage.
I might be confusing it for some reason with Omni Knight's nuke, which is pure damage.
Do you know? Yeah, maybe. What I'm thinking, if they're going to go Beastmaster offlane, like you suggested they might, is they're going to go for the more minus armor. They've got minus armor for Venge, they've got it from Slardar, and if they pick up a Shadow Fiend in mid, who doesn't do bad against Invoker.
No, he can quite contest him.
Especially when he gets, especially when he gets those souls up, then he just...
He is terribly squishy though, and it's a pretty tasty treat for an Invoker who manages to get up close and do some damage quickly.
It would very much depend on how much he manages to farm within the first couple of the waves. If he gets if he gets those first few waves, then Invoker's going to have to be, he's going to be pretty brave to go on.
Indeed, but if Shadow Fiend falls behind, then he's going to be in a very bad spot.
They're also on Dire as well, which means it's not easily for him to go and farm up that jungle spot like you can from the Radiant side.
Indeed.
They're taking a long time to think about this.
In the meantime, BUGL has banned out Phantom Lancer. I'm not really sure why we were so scared of him particularly here, but I certainly don't mind.
He doesn't do too badly when you've got Crystal Maiden, because obviously if you can hold someone in place, you can get all those juxtaposes up. They've gone for a Sven, which
Indeed they
I
have.
think they might be here an aggressive tri-lane themselves.
I figure this being a support initiation Sven.
And it's a Night Stalker.
And it's a Night Stalker. That's a pretty good pickup against an Evoker, I suppose, but I really would expect another ranged.
It's a nice silence as well to deal with the Weaver.
Indeed.
Should be pretty good going. But their whole lineup is we need to win this very early. We need to win this by...
Indeed. The Red Rose has more laking potential, but on the other hand, the Red Rose is going to have a very hard time getting a lot of kills so much, and with so many very tanky heroes.
Yeah, they'd want something like a Timbersaw or something to deal with all those strength heroes.
they would have to bunch up 3 or 4 people on a single one to have absolute certainty of picking him down fast enough.
That being said, I anticipate that Vengeful Spirit is going to die a lot, as she's the easiest one to be killed off by that team.
She's certainly going to be the prime target.
She's going to do alright early-ish game, because of course she's agility hero, so she has a relatively decent amount of armor, base armor. But what else can you do? What else can you do?
Yes, I believe I have been incorrect about the wild access. It does say that the ability hits magic immune units, but it says nothing about pure damage. It's probably composite.
Yeah, it's composite damage, I believe. Just like the acid spray from Alchemist. And a few other, but not many actually have it, but there's a couple out there. So they're going to 5-man, possibly Smoke. They've got Smoke on Vengeful Spirit, but she's lagging behind the rest of the team.
This is a function I was not aware of, a change they made to Beastmaster. I did not realize they separated the Call of the Wild Beasts.
Yes, and the independent cooldowns, meaning if you resummon, you have 2 of them.
And meanwhile, they're smoking up. BUGL smoking up to go into the jungle and try and get an early kill, which they may well.
They might get a double kill here, actually.
Holy damn, this is a very dangerous position for Crystal Maiden as
well. Sven has been spotted out. He gets stunned.
First stun.
Oh, that's a lot of stun.
But, it's a lot of nukes. And it's a first blood for Vengeful Spirit.
Your first blood goes to your support. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing that can happen. I mean, she can buy more wards as soon as the wards come up. Hell, she can get some boots off that.
Who knows? Maybe even an early mechanism.
Not off just the first blood.
It would be a glorious game if it were the case.
So they got themselves a first blood, and although we said they were going aggressive, it doesn't seem like they're going to bother. It looks like they're going to lane up top, which means there's going to be a tri-lane up against this Weaver. He's not going to have a particularly...
That could very well end up successful, though.
I mean, the Slardar's going to get the farm he wants, because Weaver can't stop him. Especially when there's supports up here. The one problem I have is the supports not getting the levels they need. That being said, they're able to pull and stack and farm the jungle relatively well, because obviously Weaver can't really interrupt them too much.
I could see this Weaver getting killed, though, with this many nukes and stuns. If they get at least one off and I can chain them properly, he might be done for. It's not particularly likely, but it's certainly a possibility.
It's possible. I mean, he's one of the more escapey.
Meanwhile, this Nyx is going down the wall and picking up a haste rune. Beastmaster about to be in trouble bot if he's not careful.
Yeah, he needs to be... He can't go past this line.
But it seems they're doing something entirely different.
Yeah.
Sentry wall going up there must be ancients.
I might have been inclined doing the Beastmaster to actually have bought boots if I was going to offlane against 2 stuns. Here comes the next assassin. Has Impale, but no, there's backing from the Beastmaster, so he's actually just fine. This Weaver does have to be careful though, especially if his pull's going on. There's a sentry on the Ogre Magi. He's got 2 sentries actually. That he hasn't deployed yet, because obviously they're going to save it for when they're trying to kill him. As opposed to just getting vision on him during Sakushi.
Yeah, and it seems they just tried to ambush the Beastmaster down bot. Nyx came out of the jungle with haste rune up, but he had backed up off already. It's good for him.
A couple of times. They're just, like, you know, forcing him back so he can't get... I think they're just forcing him out of XP range.
Indeed.
To be honest, CM should be doing this, because she has range attack, so she can still attack him at the same time of keeping him zoned out. She just looks like she's going to be stacking, for the most part.
Meanwhile, in the middle, the XP at least seems to be somewhat even between the two, and seems to be going down rather smoothly in between them.
Okay, I'm also seeing a little... At the moment, Quaswex seems to be the new thing for Invokers.
Yeah, but this one is going to Course Exhort.
Yeah, Course Exhort. So
which I approve of, because I think Course Wex is fucking boring.
It's okay.
I really wish that would never have become a thing.
It's okay, but it takes you into like the... Oh, hello, like phone's going off. It's Spike! He wants to join
How
in too.
unprofessional.
Oh, I'm sorry. At least it's a Dota sound effect though. At least I've got that much going for me. But yeah, the Coswex is much more like playmaker, team fight kind of oriented Invoker, whereas this is more the whole let's get some ganks Invoker.
Yeah, I do not discount its viability, not in the slightest, but it's just sort of thing that I don't like to see, not because it isn't good, but because I think it's pretty boring. I think that I will take a Course Exhort Invoker any day simply because of how much more fun it is to see.
Oh, Weaver, you go. We just put this ward down to block this camp. They saw him
Did
do.
indeed.
Oh no!
Oh, but he's run past
Yeah,
the
he's
Sentinel.
in
He's gonna
deep
stand
trouble.
up.
He's
He is
gonna
done
go.
for. Ouch.
Slardar getting the kill as well. He's way on his way towards those treads and that blink dagger. But before he died, the Weaver got this ward down to block the camp, and it's just outside the range of the sentry as well.
Indeed.
So possibly pure
I
luck.
don't think Ogre's going to want to use the one he still has.
It doesn't need it now. But they'll notice his pull. It's block the camp soon. But
I'm fairly certain.
it's expensive block in the end. He could have ran like the long way round.
Oh, and then middle wave is going down as well because Ventro's just rotated. Here comes. Oh yeah, we go. Oh dear, no! Nice Talker just used his void on a creep, but still managed to pick up the
Did
kill.
you see that? Melee hero, my ass.
Ah.
That was a proper punch from miles away. But nothing.
Yeah, that's why 4-way was absolutely done for. But and he even managed to snatch the invisibility room from the Nyx.
I hope this.
Oh, and he's
Sven
going in on him too, maybe.
He's thinking about it. He's got
They're going for an ambush. Vengeful is running to the jungle, which could go very badly if she runs into Crystal Maiden. Oh dear, Vengeful, this does not look good at all.
Yeah, they
I think
can't.
Nice needs to give her some vision.
There's no vision from the sentry ward yet, so they haven't been able to spot her.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to go that badly for Vengeful. I don't imagine her sticking around for much longer, because it doesn't look like something that's going to go down well for them.
No, they're going to back out now. The tri lane is just hidden behind the tower right now.
So far 3-0 to the Bugle.
Well, they're getting the kills they want. They've got important kills as well. They killed the Weaver. They've
Indeed.
killed Sven, and they've killed Invoker. They've killed all 3 cores.
Yeah, the 3 core ones.
It's
Indeed.
TP coming in mid actually now. It must be
excellent.
Nick's assassin. It is.
It is indeed. Who's he come for? Is it the Vengeful, maybe?
It doesn't matter. He has no boots, and he doesn't have Vendetta. How's he going to catch a Vengeful Spirit?
That's a good question. I don't really know. Seems to instead be rotating for the top, but I'm not sure what good it's going to do there either. I think this was a
He's
rather
right he's
poorly
right under a
judged
ward now as well.
reports.
Right under a
Oh
ward.
dear, oh dear.
So he's just wasting time now. Really, he's getting no experience. He's getting nothing from being here.
Well, speaking of the central ward up top, by the way, the observer ward we placed down, it does seem like Ogre decided to go and counter it.
Yeah, but I think he might have actually blocked his own camp with it.
Yes, I was going to comment on that as well. This is rather poor luck there.
They weren't sure where it was, but you still have to put it somewhere that won't block your camp.
Oh, here's the Vengeful and the Ogre in middle, going to try and go for no gank, but Nyx is getting vision,
They
so...
know Nyx is here as well.
Yeah, there goes Vengeful, up
Oh.
behind him. And his teleport coming in.
Yeah, we got the
From
Crystal
Crystal
Maiden
Maiden.
rotating. Oh,
This
good
does not
impale,
bode
but it's not
well.
going to be enough.
Not
Sunstrike
bode
comes
well.
in, does
And they
damage.
split the Sunstrike between them.
Unfortunate for the Invoker there. So another kill with Bugle. They have now a 4-0 lead over Rose, and in their snowbally lineup, this is exactly what they want. The laning, they hadn't won the bottom lane, but they've won the mid lane. They've won the top lane quite convincingly as well. So,
Indeed, and this Nyx is certainly suffering at this point.
I
He
mean,
hasn't gotten much out of the bottom lane so far, now he's just got killed as well.
this is why support Nyx is a little dangerous of a choice, because he doesn't bring you a lot if he doesn't get his levels.
We the only one who has managed to hit level 6 and has picked up his Ultimate, and it should be quite a bit more of a problem for him to deal with up top.
There's 2 supports.
Might not be quite as easy to kill.
2 supports are pinging as well. They look like they're going for something.
Indeed.
Invoker's
Smoking
coming
up,
with them
going
as
to their
well.
own jungle, along with Invoker. They're going down hunting the Night Stalker and the Vengeful, who
There
might
he
be in
is.
very, very big trouble.
Oh, that impale!
Oh.
So painful to watch. They've managed.
Oh, that Sunstrike just took out half of Vengeful's health.
Finally got some revenge there. Sven picking up the kill on
Oh.
the Vengeful Spirit. A roar from Beastmaster defensive one there to protect himself from this Sven. Sven actually got a Midas off the back of that kill as well. Freeze comes in. Oh, those axes doing
those
ridiculous amount of damage.
Those axes.
Yep, Cold Snap coming off on
Yes,
the Night
they-
Stalker as he tries to get this
Yep.
kill on Nyx Assassin. He does so, and he should escape with no problem, really. Beastmaster's just busy slowing.
There's a courier
people with
coming
the
in.
Oh,
One
no.
was distracting him.
It's hidden in the
Oh, and he
trees.
picks up an upper kill on with the Crystal Maiden.
What is going on right now? Rose is just falling apart.
Cold Snap is just coming up cooldown just now. He could have saved his Maiden enough of that.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and here comes
He's
the
diving a little
teleport.
bit too hard.
Nyx coming in.
Vengeful Spirits
Vengeful has
rejoined the
joined him
fight as
now.
well. Oh, dear. Yeah,
Oh,
that
he-
Sunstrike was a good idea, but unfortunately,
Sadly misplaced.
utterly
And it
misplaced.
seems that Night Stalker's going to come out of this scot-free, regardless of what it looked like earlier. He was in trouble more than once there.
he was. They just didn't seem to. They seemed actually quite scared of him. The way they tentatively kind of danced around him and couldn't focus him. It was a bit weird. But yeah, total dominance coming from BUGL right now. They've got a huge advantage in just about every shape and form right now.
And a power threat's going up on Night Stalker and Slada.
Yeah, Slada's farm not quite as quick as I was expecting it to be, but
indeed, but they do have a Weaver to contend with, and he can be a right bastard with his Geminate attack.
Oh, they've got vision of him, but
oh yeah, that could have gone badly.
He'll be fine.
Indeed, he will.
I like using his ultimate to harass Weaver away.
It does look like Weaver has managed to, like I say, as I implied, harass this starter quite heavily. He's on half health. He's got no health remaining. He's just been utterly. He must be so annoyed with his Weaver, I imagine.
Yeah, they actually sacrificed a lot of his ability to free farm by having the roaming from the supports. But I mean, Over Mage has been here a lot, but he can't harass the Weaver back. Is the major problem.
Indeed.
To be fair, Vengeful Spirit can't really do a fantastic job of it either because of her very small attack range.
Ogre is very close to picking up some Arcane Boot servers, so perhaps that will change. Start spamming out some nice little Fire Blasts and Ignites.
Actually, Slardar seems to be rushing, I say Russian, but it's not the quickest Vanguard in the universe, but he's going for a Vanguard.
Indeed.
That's another item that you really need to pick up with it before 16
this
minutes.
This is perhaps a good decision to make him more lastable and viable early on in a different sense than just initiating, because they have so very many other prime gankers and have Vengeful initiation and so forth. They might not need a blink on him very early. They might just need him to be able to amplify and lay down some hurt and survive.
Possibly. This Invoker's not having a nice time in mid.
No, he's not, and he's going to have an even less nice time. It's just Avenger decides to rotate on him. But no, it seems she's just there to place an Inserver ward.
The vision from the Dire side is just, at the moment, fantastic. They can see everywhere they need to see. The only thing they don't have is a ward in the jungle. But they don't really. They
do know when Night Stalker is rotating, however.
Yeah, they've got all that ward up, so they at least know when he's coming towards their jungle. Unless he smokes up.
Indeed.
But leading the thing that's amusing me the most at the moment is that despite Weaver being a solo off lane where he was against the tri lane originally, he has the highest CS at the moment. Also, Sven is right behind him, and then we have Invoker. So all three of the last hits are belonging to Rose right now.
This is true. The question is if it can compensate for all this difference in kills.
Well, they've got a Midas up on Sven. It's whether or not they can hold off. Now, if you look at BUGL's team, they don't really have the greatest ability to push. And if Invoker had been going cause Wex, I'd say they'd have a hard time pushing into the team as well, because obviously Tornado EMP makes pushing extremely difficult. But at the moment, he's just got Cold Snap and Sunstrike, so that's not really something to worry about. The Venge, of course, can make pushing quite nice if she takes a lot of Vengeful Aura stats. She's actually gone 2 stats in that over extra stats in the stun. So
indeed, and Beastmaster certainly a very strong push as well. Beastmaster might be in trouble, looking at this Nyx.
He's been spotted though by a ward.
He's
not just been spotted, he's still in
only
vision.
level 3 still, he has absolutely nothing to really...
Oh, they're going to counter gank him.
Oh yeah, it does look like it, but he knows Night Stalker's coming, so he's backing out.
Doesn't matter, he can't run away from that Night Stalker. He still hasn't got he has got boots now. Nice stun coming out from the Nyx assassin. But he's still being chased down. Crystal Maiden's here as well. She's been silenced.
It's a forces free situation, so it might not go well at all. This might be the first time Night Stalker goes down.
Sunstrike almost takes out Night Stalker.
He's made it.
Oh, looks like we're going to lose Sven here.
From both teams, but there goes Crystal Maiden. Here comes Invoker to join them.
4-man stun from the Nyx assassin. That's fantastic. But I don't know if they can outrun this. Crystal Maiden.
Nyx is looking in very bad shape, and she just melts.
Crystal Maiden got hit by all of the axe. All of the axe. She's just dead. And that's a failed gank for Nyx
pushing onto the Invoker on the tower, or are we going to think better of it?
They've got enough bodies to do it, but the creep wave
is they certainly do.
Yeah, they're going for it. Vengeful Spirit taking it.
Stun again, double with a multicast.
Cold Snap comes out from the Invoker. He's gonna...
this Ogre must be so happy he's not being focused by this tower.
And another successful gank. Did they lose anyone in that? They didn't lose anybody.
9.
Yeah, they didn't lose anybody.
Here goes Night Stalker picking up a haste rune.
It's the last thing you want a Night Stalker to have is a haste rune. That or
a double damage.
I would be
scared of a double damage rune, or an Nimbus rune even, but Haste Rune certainly doesn't hurt either.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Weaver is still annoying the shit out of Slardar, and I do see why I picked up that health ring now.
Yeah. They've also got a smoke coming up. They're going to try to gank this Slardar.
Indeed.
They're
And
looping round right now.
he might well go for
Yeah,
it.
he's going for the Weaver.
Yes.
But he needs
He's
to be quick
going
about
for
it though.
Weaver.
Weaver still has his
But,
ultimate. Time lapse goes
Mm.
back. Oh, that's a very, very dead Slardar there. Nyx Assassin
Yeah.
finally getting the kill. He must be very happy. Still only
Indeed.
level 4 though. This is. I'm gonna bring up the levels of the. Oh, where are we? There we go.
Well, for all their kills, they're still not quite that far ahead of levels. Well, they're more evenly spread on the Dire team.
It's the supports you've got to look at. You've got
It's
both supports have hit level 6.
Very low on the Radiance team.
Yeah, it's not looking good for those spots. They're just not getting a lot out of it. That's the first successful gank they've had, and
here goes another gank on Sven, perhaps.
no. Oh
To
yeah,
roll-
War comes out from the Beastmaster. They're going to go in on him
Still might
again.
not be enough damage though, and here
Oh.
comes Invoker and the Crystal Maiden. They are in very big trouble. Oh, the one to get enough mana for the with Frostbite, and yeah, that's a gank turned the wrong other way. Meanwhile, Invoker's moving to intercept. The Beastmaster is in very big trouble.
Yep, he's on the run. Cold Snap is being deployed on him. He will get away, I think, possibly. He's got the speed. He's got a salve as well. That should keep him alive. Invoker diving along with Nyx Assassin, but they won't be able to find him in time.
No, does not seem like it. Meanwhile, however, they are pushing down the top tower rapidly. First tower of the match.
Yeah, and this is the power of having a couple of levels in that Vengeful Aura.
Does seem they're going to start going more aggressively onto those towers now. Meanwhile, Beastmaster just buying an unholy amount of iron branches. To finish up a magic one. I was starting to wonder maybe he was going to pick up a mechanism instead of a vengeful here, but still uncertain which one will. I would imagine it being on the vengeful, but it's not entirely certain. It could also be the ogre. They might want it on a more survivable hero than the vengeful.
At least, yeah, the thing about Mechanism is it gives you survivability as well.
It does, but you don't want to risk the enemy team nuking down the one and chain stunning the one with a mechanism, so you don't get to use it.
That's true.
If you have other options, as you certainly do here.
Okie dokie, you're Nyx Assassin. He's just roaming around. He's still level 4.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He may have a Dagon on his model.
Meanwhile, the 4-man pushing the middle tower, very little to stop them. They have a Crystal Maiden Evoker there. Okay, teleport from Sven. Crystal Maiden is there.
Nope,
Nyx is
cancelled
roaming in as well. Beastmaster is far behind his friends.
Swap Crystal Maiden into the middle of the team. She's going to be destroyed. Invoker's on the run as
here
well.
comes the Nyx now, and the stun goes down.
Out comes the
Oh, and here
Sunstrike
comes
again. Hits
Sunstrike.
Vengeful Spirit, the only one with
that's-
full HP at the time. Invoker's going to hide in the trees now while the rest of the
Indeed, that is not the best one he could have hit with that Sunstrike. Very unfortunate.
TP coming in. He's got. Oh dear. Oh, it's
the Nyx.
they've
Oh,
dusted
they got
him.
dust!
Oh, and they got the
dear.
Roar. He's dead.
Oh dear.
And the tower as
dear.
well.
Dire's bottom tower has
It's
been
just
destroyed.
not going for Rose at all right now.
Not at all.
But you've got to get literally everything they could possibly want out of what's out of this early mid game. It's just
Dire's
there's
bottom
nothing
tower
the
is
Invoker
under
can do.
attack. Bad news
He's still
No.
only he's
Oh,
got a
sad.
meteorite, I suppose. That can do something. Oh, no, Forge Spirit, sorry, not meteorite. It might be a dead
See,
mode.
they're both- Oh, but there goes the Ogre though. They're just waiting for him to get focused by the tower, and then they went for him.
He stayed around a little bit too long.
Here's a Sven going for a Night Stalker who might be in quite a bit of trouble. Oh, maybe not.
No.
The Dire team is closer at hand to help.
So this is why you had lava blink on this damn Slardar. Sven initiate on your teammate? Who cares? Blink slam. No problem. Crush is such a good
It's
good
an
stun.
amazing stun. Not so much because it does a lot of damage, but because it lasts a long time and has a very short cooldown for a stun.
Oh, I think it also has a slow on it, if I remember rightly.
It does indeed. It's 20 seconds slow, but it only lasts for 2 seconds.
Oh, they're looking to push here in mid. Ogre Magi is here. So is the Night Stalker. Beastmaster's here as well. Vengeful Spirit rotating. Slardar's just going to keep farming up the jungle at the moment.
Oh, it seems to teleport. No, it's vengeful, never mind. Then
Yeah, Slardar's making his way as
not.
well.
He's indeed. I think he might be looking for. Not sure what he's looking for actually. I'd imagine a blink at some point, but you can never be certain.
Rose
Might just go straight for an armlet one.
Yeah.
No, there's a blink. Or something.
That's what you want to see.
Now.
I was about to say there's a lack of initiation at the moment, other than the Venge swap, and it's only level 1, so it's a very short range. I think it's 680, not 680, 980. No, 650. Fucking hell. It's even worse.
It's awful.
That blink did nothing. And now they know he has a blink dagger.
Indeed, I was supposed to be surprised for Weaver, I believe.
Yeah, you need...
I think they might be rotating for bottom tier 1 instead.
Well, that's the next target on the list. I mean, they've hit the... they might do Roshan. They can do Roshan at this point.
They might.
They're thinking about it. They're pinging it. Or that might have been Weaver.
It does seem like they're going for the tier 1 instead, though.
Yeah. They've got a stack going on here as well, which is always nice. Apparently they're going to do it with the Beastmaster. And Avenge.
It's a very, very massive stack they've worked up there.
They don't really have a hero to do it though.
No, not really.
Beastmaster
I
can
imagine
do it
maybe
after a while. Night
they
time.
want it on the Beastmaster.
Stun hits only the
Oh,
creeps, but
there's
they get the
stun
silence for the
and
Nyx
silence
assassin.
on the
Yeah, Nyx is down.
Nyx.
Crystal Maiden's on the run.
He's not
Here
level
comes
6
Sven.
yet. He
Stun
hasn't
on
progressed.
3 of them, but the multicast completely takes that away.
Oh, Megas a raw.
Oh, he's a dead man. He's a dead man too. And a full retreat again.
I there myself, but it came in. I suppose it did do something.
It's a full retreat from Rose now. They might as well GG.
Might
at
lose
this
to
point.
tie 2.
Who? Yeah, maybe, but
On the other hand, tie 2 middle's looking quite rather bad too.
Weaver's chipping away at it.
He's closing up on. No, he has finished up his Lincolns actually. That does make him a lot more survivable.
He hasn't got it on him right now though. TPs
No,
are
but
coming
he has it
in. He's the
his
Scarper.
portal.
Oh, Slada.
Oh, if you don't stay in a little bit longer. Might still not record him though, I don't think.
From the same cloth.
But yeah, Weaver with a Lincolns might mean he's going to be a lot more brave and active in the team fights.
He still lacks the damage, is the only problem. Especially against
He
a
does
team.
he does, but he can be a very good distraction.
He can be a
They
distraction.
want to kill the Weaver very much.
Who's he going to right click? Because there's lots of HP on there, and the other one who doesn't have HP has armor. I mean, 7 armor is not great, but it's pretty decent.
Well, this early on, certainly it is. When they already do very little damage and you reduce it by another 30%, it's not at all bad.
Also, it's worth noting this Weaver's doing the no boots on Weaver build. Because who the hell needs boots?
Really, I suppose. And it does seem like Beastmaster is the one who's going to take advantage of all his stack. I would say he's going for a early pipe. Might be very, very good. It would basically negate any early game hope that the Red Rose has, any hope they have of holding them back with their big abilities like with Crystal Maiden and Invoker.
So Weaver might be in trouble. He gets dusted, gets silenced. They can't go on that though.
No, they can't swap him. They're trying to.
Stun comes out and Venge is in a
Venge
bad
is in
place.
He's going to have to swap with Nice if she wants to live.
Yeah, she's
It's
dead.
not going to happen. And there goes Nyx with his first Vendetta of the game.
Congratulations, son.
That must feel really good at this point.
If it was one of those AAA games, he would have just earned an achievement. Congratulations, you started your ultimate. I don't know what they're going to do. It's like they want to push because Invoker, you know, the Forged Spirits, they're not as good as they were before they got nerfed, obviously, but they're still pretty good at pushing. Weaver is a fantastic split pusher.
Indeed, he is.
But and he has proven this by like taking their mid tower and what have you, and the bottom tower's down as well. But I just don't see them. They have to just stall this snowball, and at the moment they're playing pretty passive after they lost the Vengeful Spirit there. If they can hold off long enough to get Weaver a nice big chunky damage item, and for Sven to get a bit more farm, because at the moment he's only got a Mask of Manus and a Midas.
Indeed. And it's pretty much the big question, if.
Like I said, it would have been more difficult to push into an Invoker if he had like EMP and things like that. Especially on a very heavy strength lineup, because if you do an EMP with a decent amount of levels, Slada has no mana. There's no mana on the Night Stalker, and there's no mana on the Beastmaster.
And if the Beastmaster gets a pipe up, and its Comet, for all its glory, is still not going to do that much when they have a pipe up.
No, it's a decision I don't mind.
Oh no, they're smoking up, by the way. Everyone except
Yeah, I've
Vengeful
just
did not
noticed
get to partake of smoke and going into a Roche pit.
So Venge is gonna throw in her minus armor. This Roshan is gonna be very quick.
Indeed. Question is who's taking it up. Is it Night Stalker or Slana, do you think?
Well, I like to think the Slardar is in the carry position here, but his item choices have been weird. It's gone to the Night Stalker, yeah, so... He's the only one with an
I
open
was
slot.
imagining they would put it on Slot so he could initiate more comfortably.
He's
but
still,
it seems
yeah,
inside
he's still
not.
behind as far as items go.
This is true.
He didn't...
23 minutes in and he's not picked up anything really big besides a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he'd want his Vanguard now or something, or be building into an Assault Crash, something like that.
Indeed. Night Stalker seems to be on his way towards the Basher though.
Dire's
Always a
top
good idea.
tower is
And has
being
been
attacked.
has been stated earlier as well. Beastmaster is most of the way to a pipe.
Oh, the Lincoln's there. They know he's got it now. Just tried to put amplified damage on it and he just walks away.
They're going to have to carry dust.
He has been carrying dust actually, but...
I think that was a Night Stalker actually.
Oh, there was a Night Stalker, yeah. Oh, they might
was not
lose
with them.
Slardar here
Oh,
actually.
here goes Slardar.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he's in.
Weaver picking up the kill as well.
Really pull back there. But that's how it goes. There's a big fight going up on the top lane.
Yeah, the
now.
rest of the
3
team is
versus 4.
rotated here as well.
I do not think the Dire can hold off against this with only the 3 of them.
They need Night Stalker if they want to defend it.
Indeed.
Dire's structures have been
He does seem to be on his way.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
The question is will he be in time? No, he will not.
Dire's top
You're gonna have to
tower
They are
hope he
going
gets
to
some
retreat very
tankers.
swiftly. Except for Nyx is actually moving forward.
Oh, he said stunned at Invis, they can't see him. Oh no.
Oh, I guess
Night
Night
Stalker
Stalker.
walked
He's
into
got his
that.
age as well. He's got
Triple
his age.
stun! Triple stun
He's
from the
got
Nyx
some-
Assassin. But it's continued.
Meanwhile, invokes
Beastmaster.
him very bad. Oh no! Ogre Major managed to multicast with Forward Spirit. Very bad luck. Does still go down, but Weaver picks up another kill.
And,
Probably going to pick up yet another on the Ogre Magi, it seems. Yes, indeed.
double kill also from the Beastmaster, so
Here
they're
comes
just mopping
Slardar,
up
however.
here.
Slardar might turn this around, might pick off the Weaver if he's fast enough.
He's gonna try.
Oh,
Weaver.
oh, there it goes. Invoker got killed with Force Spirit, actually. That was an intense fight, and I'm not really sure who I would say came out on top of it.
The Bashers, man. The Bashers. They just stopped him being able to do the time lapse to get his HP back. The RNG gods were very kind.
Meanwhile, however, Sven is farming up like a beast, finished up his BKB. Next big thing will be an damage item, I imagine.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah, possibly
being
crits.
attacked.
Or he might go into Assault Crash just to help buff up Weaver as well.
It's also a possibility. But I would imagine crits. Or else a Blink Dagger.
Invis can't save you now, Nyx.
No, you're a very, very dead man. Oh, and here comes Invoker.
Your Scepter being picked up on him, and he was
His
unable
Tier
to
2
save
is
it.
not going to be standing for very much longer, I don't think.
No, the Force Spirits are doing a nice chunk of damage. It's because of the minus armor, and obviously
Yeah,
Strength Heroes don't
that's-
have the armor that they need to survive.
Well, Night Stalker has a pretty decent chunk of it, but the Forge Bridge just melted away.
He's got okay for a Strength Hero, but
Meanwhile, it seems that Vengeful has decided to ward up the Raging Jungle, maybe to stop Sven's his free farm.
Yeah,
So it's picked
no more-
up Mechanism
no more
now. Whereas it seems Ogre is going for a Aghanim's, which is going to be fun to see.
it's gonna be fun to see. I don't see him getting the farm for it at the moment though. Oh, did he just avoid a creep?
Yes, he did, and it means they didn't get to pop
This
the
team
link
fight is
yet.
being turned on their heads right now. It looks like they're gonna lose
Very
Vengeful
quickly,
Spirit. She's
Oh,
dead.
Here goes the...
Night Stalker desperately trying to kill anybody at this point, and he goes down. Ogre Magi is surrounded by their team. He's going down as well. Beastmaster might be in trouble as well if he doesn't run away, but he is backing up.
They would definitely need a Duster. They cannot rely on being able to nuke down the Nyx when he not the Nyx, the Weaver when he has a Lincoln Sphere up. They just don't have enough of it anymore.
They can't defend this tower.
No, it's done for. It does look like things are getting slowly but surely turned around.
Dire's
This is
middle tower
the risks you take when you have a lineup that's just gank heavy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Slardar actually can carry pretty hard in the late game if you can get in the farm, but like I said, he doesn't farm very quickly. He only gets farmed by killing other people.
He's been contending with a very annoying Weaver most of the match.
Yeah, he's been shut down for... We haven't really seen much of Slardar, I'll be honest. It's mostly,
No.
mostly been the Night Stalker.
And he is doing well, it must be said.
Yeah,
been
but he
shot
lost the
batteries
Aegis.
now.
He lost the Aegis and he just got killed again there.
Question is now on Night Stalker, will he be picking up an Assault Cuirass next, or is he going straight for an Abyssal perhaps?
He might want to pick up a Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, do you think so?
The vision it gives you is really great, especially if you're ganking. And
It
if you've
is,
got
but
a
it does
blink
look like
dagger,
when it looks like this that they might be going into the late game, despite what they were trying to do. They might want to go for something more viable from a long run. I don't see Aghanim as being that, as compared to an Abyssal or an Assault Cuirass.
the thing is they need pickoffs to do anything. Because in a straight up team fight, I think they're actually at a disadvantage now.
Meanwhile, Weaver's pushing out the top lane rapidly.
Yeah.
Like a sneaky bastard.
I'm gonna wonder if this Weaver's gonna go Mana Style as well. No, he's gonna
Looks
go
like he's picking
Deso.
up for a Desolator.
Yeah, unless he's going
Like,
super
okay,
defensive
so
build.
I don't think that's him. Nuzlocke is still not carrying any dust. I really do think you need to start doing that. Really necessary at this point.
That's a support's job. Oh, get the support and buy it for him.
Oh, well, bottom looks a bit more interesting. It's 4 vs 4 standoff at the moment. They're bunched up really, really hard, those three, and might not want to be.
Crystal Main's ult.
Sven nearby.
Yeah,
Sven has meanwhile
Next
picked up Crystalys.
assassin only managed to stun a creep this time. TP is coming in from the Weaver. There he is.
They need to pull back from bottom lane.
Yep.
But Slardar is still going in very heavily. There's all coming
Nice.
up on Sven. A
Yep.
big meteor coming down on 3 of them.
Oh,
and
dear.
oh no, yeah.
It's all gone a
this
bit Pete Tong right now. They're going to lose Slardar on the retreat
It
as
is
well.
all very,
Ogunpeitai is in the air.
very
He's going to try to
peaceful.
stun and get a kill, but he's down as well. That's 4 for none trade there. Rose now way
going
back in
to
this
call
game.
right now, it looks like BUGL are going to lose this match. That is my take on it thus far, because they have basically evened out the kill difference, and they have had much better farmed carries and just heroes for the majority of the game. The penalty they were taking for having these farming heroes was being behind on kills, and now they're basically neutralized that disadvantage. So they have nothing that holds them back anymore as opposed to BUGL.
I think what BUGL suffered from is the gang lineup was working really well, but they didn't have like the additional push that you normally have to take a game
They needed
early.
something harder.
Not necessarily the choice of heroes, but the choice of items. I think
Personally, I think personally, I do not think that the Night Stalker was the correct pickup here.
he's not
I
bad.
like your idea of a Shadow Fiend.
I like Shadow Fiend a lot.
That might have served them a lot better in this situation.
Well, I'm thinking of the Beastmaster going towards getting that hood and pipe. Necro Book instead. Would have
Perhaps.
given them a lot more. Night Stalker even could have picked up a Necro Book instead of picking up the Basher. And then you've got 2 Necro Books on your team, which gives you a hell of a lot of push.
And to be honest, I'm not seeing... If anyone should have picked up Necrobook, it would probably have been the Magi.
Yeah, he could have done it as well instead of going Aghanims.
Instead of going for the Aghanims, which is still quite a bit off.
The thing is, you want to get it on heroes that are getting some farm. And they were given quite a bit of farm to the Beastmaster, so he could get that pipe up and running. But I don't think it's done a huge amount.
No,
Whereas
it
the
hasn't.
Necro Book might
I haven't
have...
seen him make any use of it, to be honest. I haven't seen him use it in a fight thus far.
Yeah.
Could have used it on the bottom lane right then to great success, but it didn't happen.
I still think they would have probably died horribly.
Still might not have been as complete as just a loss. It might have picked up 1 or 2 of the Radiant heroes.
Oh look, there is... Oh my goodness, they just smoked right under Observer Ward. Did Invoker notice? Yeah, he's being pinged out by the Weaver. They're just not going to get anything from this smoke.
No.
That's really unfortunate.
No, they know the rush isn't up. Oh, poor luck there. Very poor luck.
Because they're still looking, but they're not going to find
Mhm.
anybody. Everyone's backed out.
I did not have the time.
It's a real shame, actually.
Might have been able to go for Sven if they hadn't rotated away from bottom lane, but it's no chance now. Oh, Crystal Maiden's in a bad position though.
Look at Maiden.
Oh, no, she's made it out. Vengeful still not having rank 2 and her ultimate really can't swap her from that distance.
It's a suicide swap anyway if she does. And is it really worth it trading a support for a support like that?
Good question.
That's what in a pick-off lineup you want to kill someone without losing someone yourself, so you have the advantage
Of course.
there.
Of course.
And Venge getting in there is not really much of an advantage. She's going for a 4-star, I imagine.
Indeed. That would be my take as well.
Slardar desperately trying to get his BKB up and running.
I don't see her picking up another headdress.
No, it's unlikely. Maybe she just likes wearing headdresses. Just like,
Who
I'm
knows?
going to be pretty. This ward's going to expire in the jungle soon, which is a shame. Next assassin's going towards... Dagon? Really?
I finished up his Desolator.
Weaver's got his Deso. He's way ahead now. He's a happy Weaver. He's got his treads. He's got a Deso and a Lincoln's. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Chris Main has picked up a oh, what do they call it? A Ghost Scepter. That's what they call it, indeed.
That's also a fantastic.
Might be
pickup.
quite good in this setup because they have a lot of right clicks.
They didn't really want to be throwing their stuns and nukes at her either, so
Exactly.
it's pretty decent. I don't know about the Nyx Assassin going for a Dagon. It's I only really rate Dagon if you can get ahead if you're ahead already. I mean, they're kind of ahead, but I just don't think it's a great.
It might bring the little extra nuke for need to properly just. I don't know how to say it. I would have maybe seen something like. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what would the Nyx have picked up instead?
Oh,
And Vine says so would have been so far off.
Going on the Night Stalker right now. They're gonna dive
It's not working out
this,
as well,
but
though.
they're giving up on it. No, they don't really have any
Okay.
initiation.
Oh.
The long range initiation's good, but Night Stalker at night time is just too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nyx Assassin could do with a Blink Dagger instead of a Dagon.
Sven has managed to finish up a Daedalus, and he's going to do some real damage from now on. It's already a monster, but it's only going to get worse from here.
As soon as they see Sven, they've got to pop that mech. They need that extra armor now.
Mm.
And the burst heal isn't really going to be that much. So Daedalus comes out at the same time and BKB comes out.
Here comes the smoke. This ogre's going to get caught out very badly. This is an ogre going down.
She nukes up for vision. There she
Still
goes.
not-
Freeze him. Up he goes. That's a
Still
dead
not going to
ogre.
help, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
And not even a multicast. Utterly impotent. That is
Weaver's
so embarrassing.
chasing down that Beastmaster, but now he's just going to take their jungle farm instead.
Meanwhile, Slaughter's taking up an ancient camp. Big question what he's going to go for next. Do you think he's going to finish up his Vanguard?
The Slardar. It's pointless. It's 35 minutes. It's
Very pointless
It's
indeed.
generally a waste of
He should
time.
probably get out of here now, seeing as Vengeful has been so kind to alert him to the presence of a Nyx. Raiden looking like they might be going for Roshan. Indeed, it's going to be very hard for BUGL to contest it.
They have no real AoE other than the stun coming out from Slardar. I mean, he can blink stun and hope to steal the Aegis. The best chance he's got, and he has to do it now if he's going to do it. In he goes.
Ah, but Sven got it.
He
And
didn't
now
get it in
he's
time.
in a very bad position.
So
And
that was
there
a big.
goes
That would have been a big
going
play.
in. He might pick up the Nyx, however. He does pick up the Nyx.
Nice wall coming out for the Beastmaster. Going on a Sven now.
Hey,
They're going to
oh,
break
there
this
goes
Aegis.
Sven.
Oh, that ultimate from Crystal
Oh,
Maiden though,
he made
doing
it,
so
but
much work.
Dear oh dear. Now it's only Ogre left.
And Sven lost his Aegis, but he don't care.
You don't give a shit at this point. Wow, those barracks are going down.
They've got a fort which will delay them, but they're only going to have Slardar and Vengeful Spirit
Possibly
back.
Vengeful, maybe even Slardar.
Is there a buyback? They've got a buyback on the Beastmaster, but they haven't got it on the Night Stalker. And
The Ogre's gone.
he just died so quick.
Indeed he
He
did.
just got completely and utterly smashed.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Yeah, that is a dead tower.
Dire's
and a
middle
dead
tower
Rax.
has been destroyed.
And to be
Might
fair,
well be a GG.
Dire's middle barracks
it's probably worth
has
calling
been
it at this point. They could probably do enough damage to the second Rax as well before Night Stalker gets back. And even if he's back, I still think they can take the fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, just look at how minus armor at the moment. It's taking it down. Slardar's in, gets stunned up, and he's going
Gets
to
stunned
die
as well.
before he can even move.
BUGL is not doing very well at this moment. They're not handling the situation properly at all. They're getting picked off in their own base.
They're like slams to the slaughter right now. They're wandering in one by one and dying.
And there goes Night Stalker next. Much of silence, though, which is
Really
nice.
wants that
but
Weaver.
there goes the Roar.
Actually,
And
they'll
the
get
access,
Weaver.
and then Weaver is down.
Sven's going to just pick up
But
everybody else though.
there goes to Sven crits. 1,180 and 720. That's 200 damage in less than a second.
Oh, the multicast though is
Monstrous.
actually going to kill him off. He is dead.
Oh, and here goes this Night Stalker though.
Swap
He
by
goes
Venge.
swap on the Invoker's, not getting attacked by towers, however.
He is right now. On the minus
Just
armor.
minus
Might do its
armor.
work. No, he's
Oh,
going
and
to
it's
get away.
invisible. Are we going to chase something with Maiden Stand, do you think? And then might fall prey to the
There's a
Nyx to
Nyx.
do. Oh, there goes the Nyx. And that's a finished Nagon for the Nyx. And they dead in Ogre as well, because he was getting hit in the back by 4 spirits. Meaning, no armor.
Did he die to like Carapace?
I
Assassin
think he
got the
might,
kill.
might have, yes.
A buyback from Night Stalker. What are you going to do, Night Stalker?
Good question. Doesn't know where they are.
They're fighting
Yes.
on regardless, but I can literally see no way in hell of you getting back in this game right now.
Divine Rapier.
Where are they going to get the gold?
No, I was thinking maybe Weaver will buy one.
It's a possibility. But even if you get the Divine Rapier, the BKB charge is down to 7 seconds on the Night Stalker right now. So they can probably kill him with just Sven and Invoker, and then they can just get it back. And there's another tower as well. They've got 1 Rax left.
Dire's top tower has been destroyed.
They're stuck. They're going to be stuck in their base for most of this. Oh,
There goes Night Stalker. It's going in hard. It's going for... And there comes a Ghost Scepter. Very, very useful. Very useful.
Axe is just short. Impale from the
And
next assassin.
that's a
Fantastic.
dead Night
Definite blast
Stalker.
out as
Probably
well.
dead. He's
Here
must
comes
do.
the Roar. He wants to take down this Invoker.
Silence. Oh, but the Frostbite goes out. And he goes to Slardar. He's going to pick up the Crystal Maiden if he can. Can he find her in time? Oh, he picks up the Crystal Maiden. Well done, mate.
Yeah, but they're going to lose a
No,
lot more for it.
here
In
goes the
comes
other
Sven.
two, 'cause
There's that
look at
cleave.
that.
2 in
Look
1
at
shot.
that.
Yeah, it looks like they might take out the Slardar as well. Good stun coming out from Ogre Magi. What's he wandering towards him for? He's going to go down as well. Weaver's going to... Oh, he just died to creeps, actually. So all they've got left is this Slardar, who blinks away in the end. And he's not going to be able to defend this against this team.
No way.
No way.
And no buybacks. I doubt it.
Dire's middle tower
Beastmaster has a buyback,
been
but no one else has got anything.
Oh, what's he going to do? He doesn't even have his roar anymore.
He can throw his
Dire's
axes.
middle tower is being attacked.
Which would have been nice 20 minutes ago, but at this point...
Dire's top tower. Dire's middle tower.
GG.
yeah,
Finally
I
been
guess.
called out there.
Dire's top barracks is being attacked.
Well,
no
that was a
surprise.
good match. Nice turnaround. Very intensive.
Yeah, they just went for that. They're going, damn it, we've lost our axe. We just have to go and see if we can win a big team fight. And they threw everything they had, and they just were totally out-farmed.
They didn't throw everything they had once as a problem. That was a problem they had very much was a later part of this match, was they didn't throw everything at once coordinated. It was very much bit by bit.
It was a little bit like that. They were coordinated early game. I think they just got shaken
Yes,
up when
early
things...
game was wonderful to watch, but it was late. It was just came... I don't know if they just became unfocused or if they became arrogant and just confident in that they could deal with it and not have to do it precisely as they did earlier, but it didn't work out.
This is the problem if you're a snowballing team against a team that has reliable late game carries. Is snowballing early is relatively easy because you're pretty strong in the early game and the early mid game, but once you make like 1 or 2 misplays or mistakes, it leaves just space. And Weaver wasn't ganked anywhere near as enough as you want him to be.
And Sven was barely ganked at all.
Sven wasn't
He
really.
he got killed early on, gave away the first blood, but since then I didn't see him die once. He did,
Yeah, there was
but I can't recall it
Yeah, well,
because it was nothing major.
He died in their base, I think, at one point. He lost the Aegis right outside the pit, but he killed everybody else. So I think the major problem was they ganked Sven early, and they hit all 3 of the cores early on, which was great. And then they were like, "Oh, this Weaver's getting quite big. We need to deal with him." But they couldn't quite do it. I think there's 2 or 3 ganks they tried on him, and it didn't quite work out. And the entire time, Sven is just smashing down creeps with that sword of his and getting all the farm that he needed to become quite phenomenally dangerous with that Mask of Madness and Daedalus.
Oh dear Christ, yes.
But yeah, it was 2 completely different strats, and it just shows how one team
It was almost textbook in how it worked out too. But the early game, but the early heavy strong did very well early on, and then later on they just couldn't sustain it, and it collapsed when the later game carries came into their fall.
There was a couple of team fights just didn't quite go their way, and a couple of pickoffs didn't work out, and they lost. I think one of the ones in the mid where they tried to go on Weaver and they lost Ogre Magi, Vengeful Spirit, and the Night Stalker and got nothing out of it. That was one of the really crippling moments for them.
Indeed.
But you can't win them all, can you? Or at least this one.
No.
It's-
No, I think that's about as close as you can come to proof.
Yeah, well, I think that's just about... I definitely think that they needed those Necro books. I mean, they've been nerfed a little bit, but if you...
It might have made a difference. I certainly think if I am disappointed. When I first saw that Ogre was going for an Aghanim, I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. But in hindsight, a Necronomicon would have been the wiser pickup.
Yeah, it's just... It's like they had a game plan to kill people in the early to mid game, but I don't think they had a game plan past that point.
No,
It's like,
especially
let's
they
just kill
seem to
everything.
think they could kill people all the way throughout the game with the nukes, which is not feasible.
I just think the Radiant team Rose just came. they after getting caught out quite early on, their map awareness was much better later in the game, and they were just so much more aware of the movements from BUGL, so they could avoid those ganks.
Yeah, they sharpened up and rose to the challenge.
Oh, nice pun.
Huh?
Or did you not even recognise your own pun?
No, I actually did not. I'm just that good.
You're just that good, you accidentally pun.
They are spontaneous.
Very nice. Okay, well I think that pretty much ties up this game. Our first game in the UKGL for these two teams. In the group stage, it's actually a round robin, so best of ones. You play each team once, and then the top 2 teams will go through into the next round, which is a knockout tournament with best of 3s. And it's got a lot to look forward to, actually. I'm quite excited about this tournament. I've enjoyed it so far, and thank you very much for casting with me, Seto.
You're welcome.
It's been much appreciated. And thank you everybody who ended up watching this. I appreciate that too. But we're going to go now, and I hope you guys enjoy your Dota for the rest of the evening.